Hi, scholars. So this week we've been talking about text messages and emails and how different situations call for different modes of communication. We're going to be shifting on more to emails in the next week, focusing a lot about the different features that Gmail has that can help you out. But first, for this video, I want to show you how to send an email message. If you open up your school email, we use Gmail. On the top left, you'll see a button that says Compose. If you click on Compose, you can write an email message. If you want this window to be bigger, you can click on these arrows right here and it will become bigger. So I've already written some emails, I have them saved. I have different situations that I'm gonna pull up. So the first one, let's say that there's a new teacher at my hall and they need to have a copy of the standards for ELA. So before I go into these buttons on the bottom, I just want to review. Here is where I would type the address of the person I'm sending the email to. Here is where I would type what the email is about in the subject line. The problem that I see often is that many of you are typing your messages to me completely in the subject line, and that's not how it works. Your email message needs to go in the body. So this is just a subject line. So, hi Miss Newbie, I hope this week has been an easy transition for you. I'm starting with a greeting. I'm telling them that I am going to attach the standards. So now let's talk about the buttons down here. This paperclip is how I attach files to an email. So I can share things I have saved on my computer to somebody else. So here I have the standards for 8th grade and I'm sending them on over. Now this is attached. This file will travel with this email and the person who received this email will get my file. And then I can just hit send. So let's do another. Let's say that we were talking about hunger in America. We had a whole class conversation on it, and you just happened to come across a really interesting article. So you're in the New York Times, you're reading about hunger in America, and you say, oh, Mr. Branson needs to know about this. So you copy, and you want to paste it. You're going to send it to me. The problem is that this is really long and ugly, but there's a solution. So you can highlight, I came across an article about hunger in America. And next to the paperclip, there is a link. If I click on that chain link, this is what the text is going to be like. You can see it up here. And here is where I'm going to paste the article. When I click OK, now when Mr. Branson gets this email, he can just click right here and open up the page I want to share with him. That way, I don't have to have this huge link right there. All right, that's another example. Let's take the next example. Maybe there is a student who has been absent because they are sick. So I'm emailing this absent student. I'm going to give them the participation rubric. The next button that we're going to deal with, because in school you're not really going to use an emoji for your teachers, you go to Google Drive. If I click on Google Drive, I can see all the files that I've been working on, all the files that are shared with me, the things that I've most recently opened. So I'm going to look for the participation rubric and I'm going to send it along. So now when the student gets this email, they're going to get a link to Google Drive so they can open this up and look at it just like the rest of you did before. If you notice, there are two emails up here. That is because I am emailing the absent student, but because Mr. Millette is my co-teacher, I want him to know that I emailed this student. So I'm going to click on CC. CC means that this message is for somebody who, so this is who the message is to, but CC is just, I want them to be aware I sent the message. That's that example. Let's look at another one. Maybe Mr. Millette wanted me to send over a list of students that get extra rise points because they were in on time. And I want to send a screenshot to Mr. Millette. That is a picture. Now, if I attach the picture, it will come up as a link to a file to download, but I can put the picture right inside the email. So I'm going to upload from my computer, and I'm going to choose the kids who are early today. And then it uploads it, and I have them right here. You can also, if you click on it, you can tell Google if you want the picture to be small. You know, Mr. Millette might not be able to read that, or best fit, or original size, or you can even remove it. And then our last example, maybe there's a video on 5-paragraph essay that I want to share. So I can, type to my group. Maybe it's my group. I'm working with a group, and I found a video on YouTube that I really like. I'm going to go to share, and I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to put it in the email, maybe on the very bottom. Gmail will automatically put a embedded video that you can directly click on in your email. And actually, I'm about to send you an email with this video, so you're going to see what that looks like. Something interesting is that when you're typing to somebody, you can keep typing people. You just hit a space bar, you type another email, right? And you keep going. Now, sometimes you think that, I don't want everybody to know everybody's email because that's personal. So instead of typing to, I'm going to type BCC. Stands for blind. So then I'm going to type all the addresses here. What this does is that whenever you get the email address, the person who receives it isn't going to be able to see the other people's email addresses. So that's mostly for privacy, if you want to make sure that other people aren't sharing other people's email addresses without permission. So there you have it. Tomorrow we are going to ask you to compose an email. You're going to have to decide if you use to, if you use CC, what to put in the subject line and what to put in the body, and whether or not you need to attach any documents. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. You guys have done great work this week.